Audio Jungle.
The rift between Prince Harry and his royal family members is believed to be ever-growing while he continues to share huge truth bombs about his life, growing up in the monarchy. It's thought that tensions between Prince Harry and his brother Prince William began to form when he warned the Duke of Sussex against rushing into marriage with Meghan Markle. Then in 2020, Prince Harry and Meghan stepped back from their key roles within the royal fold, ditching Frogmore Cottage and starting a new life in LA with their son Archie. Now, just months after his explosive claims during his and Meghan's Oprah Winfrey interview, Harry has shared more extraordinary insights into the struggles he faced as a young prince in his new mental health series, The Me You Can't See. A royal pro has now suggested that Prince Harry would have to leave Meghan and move back to the UK, if he ever wanted to fully repair the broken bonds between him and his royal relatives. Speaking to The Mirror, U.S. journalist Kinsey Schofield said, "Sadly, I think the only way that things would go back to normal is if Prince Harry and Meghan Markle were to separate and Prince Harry return to the UK solo." Adding that it's a prospect that seems unlikely due to the fact Harry is raising Archie and his future daughter across the pond from Buckingham Palace. She suggested, however, Harry would never leave his children in another country. The LA royal correspondent also insisted that Prince William's wife, Kate Middleton, is keen to see the brothers and their father put the fallout behind them. "I believe the Duchess of Cambridge is a very strong champion for the reunion, but I also imagine that she knows where her husband's head and heart are and isn't going to push for something that he's not ready for." Harry recently called out Prince Charles for putting him through a cycle of genetic pain and suffering that he claims is present within the firm, during an incredibly powerful chat about his exit from the royal family, on the Armchair Expert podcast. "There is no blame. I don't think we should be pointing the finger or blaming anybody, but certainly when it comes to parenting, if I've experienced some form of pain or suffering because of the pain or suffering that perhaps my father or my parents had suffered, I'm going to make sure I break that cycle so that I don't pass it on, basically," he said. "It's a lot of genetic pain and suffering that gets passed on anyway, so we as parents should be doing the most we can to try and say, you know what, that happened to me, I'm going to make sure that doesn't happen to you. It's hard to do, but for me it comes down to awareness. I never saw it, I never knew about it, and then suddenly I started to piece it together and go, okay, so this is where he went to school, this is what happened, I know this about his life, I also know that is connected to his parents, so that means he's treated me the way he was treated, so how can I change that for my own kids?" Royal editor Rebecca English has claimed sources told her the Duke of Sussex took offense over the smallest things before Megxit. She added that probably nothing could have been done to make him happy. Speaking to Palace Confidential on Mail Plus, Ms. English said, "I've spoken to people a lot about this over the years and it is made very clear to me that Harry was very, very touchy at that time. More touchy than he was normally. He would fly off the handle and take offense at the smallest thing. Is there anything that they could have done or said that would have made him happy? And the answer is probably not." The revelation comes just days after Harry and Meghan went to New York to attend the Global Citizen Live concert in Central Park. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex visited the city's memorial for the September 11, 2001, attacks on the World Trade Center. WNBC reporter Romney Smith recalled how Meghan and Harry's photographers and media were outside of the media huddle. Ms. Smith told the Royally Obsessed podcast, "The 5-minute queue happened 4 different times and then they said 2 minutes. At one point everyone got really quiet because we saw a couple of other media people and we were like, who are they and why are they in front of the line? That's when we realized it really is 2 minutes because this is their photographers and their media people because none of us knew them." Harry and Meghan spoke about vaccine equity with a United Nations official before they joined a concert in New York set up to promote the topic. The Duke of Sussex is to return to New York to present the inaugural Intrepid Valor Awards to 5 service members, veterans and military families living with the invisible wounds of war. Harry, who has just carried out a trip to the city with the Duchess of Sussex, will be back on the East Coast for the Salute to Freedom Gala at the Intrepid Sea, Air and Space Museum on November 10. The event, held aboard the historic aircraft carrier Intrepid, comes the day before Armistice Day in the UK, known as Veterans Day in the US. Harry, who served in the British Army for a decade, was stripped of his honorary military roles post-Megxit.